There was a time when Punjab was synonymous with prosperity. It was a symbol of India's green revolution, an epicenter for small industries and a state that consistently topped charts in per capita income. But today, the very state stands at a troubling crossroad. Punjab has one of the worst debt to GSDP ratios in India, nearly 50%. Over 31% of the state's budget goes into debt servicing and salaries, leaving very little for development. Punjab's contribution to national manufacturing GDP has declined from 3.3% in 1980 to below 1.5% today. To top it all off, 75% of all drugs seized in India was seized in Punjab. This is the story of Punjab's rise, its decline, and whether it can rise again. After India's independence in 1947, Punjab underwent a traumatic partition. It lost Lahore, which was its economic capital. It witnessed one of the largest mass migrations in history, and yet, despite the scars of partition, Punjab quickly bounced back. By 1960s, it became the testing ground for India's ambitious Green Revolution. The Green Revolution in India was a period during the 1960s and 1970s when major reforms in the agricultural industry drastically increased food production, especially of wheat and rice. A lot happened during this period. High-yielding varieties of wheat were introduced. Irrigation, which is arguably the most important aspect of agriculture, was improved substantially. Dams and canals were built. The government invested heavily into multi-purpose projects like Bakra Nangal, Hirakud, and Nagarjuna Sagar. Expansion of electricity in villages allowed farmers to run electric pumps for irrigation and for heavy mechanization. Punjab accounts for just 1.5% of India's land but contributed nearly 15% of wheat and 10% of rice to the central pool. Punjab led the way in turning India from a food deficit nation into a food surplus one. That is how a country which was once reliant on the US for food aid today goes around sending aid to countries in need. The agricultural miracle created a booming rural economy. Villages flourished, bullocks were replaced by tractors, the government rewarded Punjab with generous subsidies, minimum support price assurance, and infrastructural development. Per capita income in the state soared above the national average. In 1971, Punjab became India's richest state in terms of per capita income. Industry also flourished. Towns like Ludhiana and Jalandhar became known for bicycle, textiles, and sports goods industries. Punjab was not just feeding India, it was also manufacturing for India. Everything was going great. But then, what went wrong? The over-reliance on agriculture would eventually become the reason for Punjab's decline. Wheat and rice were the main crops promoted by the Green Revolution, and while they did wonders in the short term, they became long-term problems. You see, rice is a very water-intensive crop, and usually it is suitable for regions with surplus rainfall. The suitable rainfall for rice cultivation is at least 100 centimeters annually. Rainfall in Punjab is around 66 centimeters annually. Year after year, Punjab's farmers were growing the same water-intensive crops despite the state being ecologically unsuitable for rice cultivation. Today, Punjab is staring at a groundwater crisis. Over 78% of the state is overexploiting its groundwater reserves. Subsidized electricity for tube wells made the things worse. Fertilizer overuse has degraded the soil, and stubble burning, a byproduct of excessive paddy cultivation, now chokes Delhi and the region every winters. What started as a model for agricultural success has turned into an ecological disaster. And yet, crop diversification has failed. Why? Because MSP still exists primarily for wheat and rice. The market ecosystem was never built for millets, pulses, or fruits. And as a result, farmers are stuck in a trap: grow wheat and rice or face financial ruin. While agriculture dominated Punjab's economic story, its industrial side began to fade away slowly. Ludhiana, which was once called the Manchester of India for its textile industry, started losing ground to southern competitors. Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, and Maharashtra became the new industrial hubs. The state also missed the IT boom, the service sector revolution, and the startup wave. Even labor availability became a massive problem in the region. Why? Because Punjab's youth was dreaming of Canada or Australia. Industries found it very difficult to get skilled manpower. In addition to the absence of this workforce, large-scale investments were also missing, and as a result of this, many businesses left for other states. Punjab lost both the confidence of investors and its competitiveness. Punjab's economy remained stagnant while the rest of India moved on. Now, no discussion of Punjab's decline is complete without talking about its biggest crisis, its youth. A state which was once vibrant and known for its vitality, music, and entrepreneurship is now exporting its next generation abroad. Families take massive loans just to send one member of their family to Canada, UK, and Australia. And while the lucky ones leave, the ones who leave behind often fall into a dangerous trap. Punjab's drug menace is not just a media exaggeration, it is a documented epidemic. A study by AIMS found that more than 15 lakh people in Punjab are addicted to drugs. Many of them fall in the age group of 18 to 35. 75% of all drugs seized in India was seized in Punjab. And there is a reason for that. Punjab shares a border with Pakistan, which is a part of the Golden Crescent. Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iran, one of the largest opium producing regions in the world. A 550 plus kilometer border with Pakistan makes it a convenient transit route for drug smugglers. To top it all off, there are allegations that some politicians, police officers, and local networks are directly or indirectly linked to drug trafficking syndicates. The youth crisis has crippled the state's productivity. Punjab's youth is either fleeing or fading, and either way, the state is bleeding. Over the years, successive governments in Punjab have prioritized short-term politics over long-term development. Populist promises like free electricity, debt waivers, and loan melas have become standard, but none of them solve the real structural issues of Punjab: water scarcity, industrial collapse, or educational reforms. What Punjab needed was an economic vision. What it got was a cycle of blame games and freebies. Today, Punjab ranks low in new business creation. Its per capita income, which was once the highest, has slipped behind states like Haryana, Karnataka, and even Himachal Pradesh. Farmer suicides continue to rise, especially in the Malwa region. The fiscal deficit is widening. State debt is nearly 3.5 lakh crores of $40 billion. In short, Punjab is a state in economic and social distress, one that no longer mirrors the success it once represented. But not all hope is lost. Can Punjab rise again? Well, firstly, agriculture needs urgent reforms. Diversifying into pulses, vegetables, millets, and dairy must be incentivized not just through policies, but market creation, through cold chains, food processing hubs, and export promotion. Second, industry revival must be targeted. Punjab has potential in textile, handlooms, electric vehicles, and renewable energy. But the state must create industrial parks, ease business laws, and partner with private players. Third, the youth must be brought back, not physically, but economically. Encourage remote work ecosystems, upskilling programs, and rural entrepreneurship. Partner with global NRIs, not just for money, but for mentorship and innovation. Fourth, Punjab needs better governance. The fight against drugs must be relentless. Education must be modernized, and infrastructure, both physical and digital, must be world class. Finally, Punjab needs to rediscover its identity. A land that once taught India how to grow food can now teach India how to rebuild a broken economy with courage and clarity. Punjab fed India when we were starving. It defended our borders when we felt threatened. It stood resilient after partition, terror, and poverty. If any state deserves a second chance, it's Punjab. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.